And I was just so embarrassed that I never posted anything on YouTube ever again after that. Hi there everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Teresa, and this is the BIMBO Book Club. In today's video, I wanted to talk about why I started this YouTube channel actually. It has officially been 6 months with my YouTube channel. I probably should have checked how many videos that I have up now. I think it's a little over 30, maybe like 35. They say that to get to your first 1,000 subscribers, you should have like 90 videos up. So I think I'm pretty well on track with that. I'm feeling good about myself with that. In this video, I just wanted to talk about kind of what inspired me and how I got to this point. And I also kind of want to share with you the background information about all of the work that I put into researching and coming up with all of these ideas before I even made my first video, or the first video that I made and it wasn't the right format, but I still wanted to edit it to make sure it was good, but now it's unlisted so nobody can see it. About a year ago, I would say last summer, I started having this idea of starting a YouTube channel, but I didn't really know what I was going to talk about. I watched hours and hours and hours of YouTube videos about how to make YouTube videos before I ever actually made one. When I first started, I wanted to create another stream of income and I wanted it to be very stable. So I was looking toward ad revenue and I was hoping to do something that would make me money as like a side gig along with my OnlyFans, because you can never have too many streams of income. But as I continued watching all of these YouTube videos about how to get started with your channel, a lot of people were saying, think about what you know, think about the audience that you already have, what kind of information do they want to know? They said, create searchable content, and those were all things that were pointing to OnlyFans. But when I was starting this YouTube channel, I didn't want to talk about OnlyFans. To begin with, like I said, I wanted to be making extra income off of this, so I didn't really want to talk about any taboo topics that could get me demonetized. So I didn't want to talk about OnlyFans, I didn't really want to talk about sex at all, and I really wasn't even cussing. If you watch some of my older videos, you can tell it's just not very authentic because that's not me. I don't think I'm overly vulgar, but I also know I don't really have a filter either. So I try not to be swearing like a sailor constantly. But if it's just adding to what I'm saying and it slips, oh well. I also was hoping that this platform could be almost like an escape from sex work for me. I love my job and I am so glad, I am so fortunate and thankful for everything that OnlyFans has afforded me. I've said that in plenty of my other OnlyFans Friday videos, but I wanted something that was going to be a creative way for me to express a more authentic version of myself, which is how I had the idea for the BIMBO Book Club. I really love to read and I wanted to create something that was for my community, but not sex related, if that makes sense. I really wanted to commit to educating adult content creators the way that I still do now. However, it was going to be through reading books and giving recommendations and telling stories, which I still do on the BIMBO Book Club series, but I just don't do as many of them because they don't get as many views. That was the dilemma I kept running into when I was trying to have these ideas about what I should talk about and what would get views. It kept coming back to OnlyFans, and I really didn't want to talk about OnlyFans at all. I wanted this to be a creative outlet where I didn't have to feel sexy and I could just kind of vent, It wasn't supposed to be for my subscribers. It was supposed to be for other content creators to build a community where we could talk about things that aren't usually associated with sex workers. A place where you could feel understood and accepted, where maybe in other areas you don't feel that way. You don't want to feel sexy all the time. Sometimes you just want to feel smart, you want to feel educated. And I wanted to provide that place for people, but I wasn't getting very many views. And now I still educate adult content creators, but I do talk about OnlyFans and different fan sites, and that drives a lot of traffic to my channel. And as much as I didn't want to talk about OnlyFans, I still feel as if I'm educating people. I'll get messages from people sometimes that say, thank you so much for this video, like it was really helpful. I know I don't even have that many followers, but just the few messages I've already gotten so far, they're so encouraging, so thank you so much for that. But those kinds of messages and just the positive feedback that I was getting in my analytics, those were the things that helped me decide, maybe I should talk about that on my channel a little bit, and I'm really happy with the way my channel is now, the way I have it set up. So on Fridays I talk about OnlyFans or different fan sites, and then on Tuesdays I kind of do lifestyle vlogging. I kind of talk about whatever I want, and that feels good to me because it's like, yes, I still get to be educational, and that's extra searchable content for me because OnlyFans is like my #1 keyword when people find my videos. It's because they typed in OnlyFans. But then I also have those free days where I just get to make whatever video I want, and it's more so for me. So Fridays get to be for you, Tuesdays, those are for me. You know, I just wanted a platform where I could show different sides of me because I was tired of feeling so one-dimensional. And I think that that happens for a lot of people who are in the sex work community because people are constantly sexualizing you and objectifying you. And yes, that is your job. That's what you kind of can expect from the job that you're doing. But at the same time, I think that that makes it even more important to get in touch with yourself and really know yourself so that you don't get caught up in what other people say about you. That's something I've really had to learn the past 2 years because I really was unsure of myself before. And that's one thing I'm really grateful for sex work and being on OnlyFans is that I feel as if I'm much more strict with enforcing my boundaries now. And that was an issue that I had for a very long time. And I think it attributed to some of the trauma that led me to becoming a sex worker. You know, a lot of the personal healing that I've been doing has been about healing my inner child. That's one of the things that this YouTube channel is doing for me. So one thing that a lot of spiritual leaders will say, in order to heal your inner child, one thing that you can do is tap into some activities that you enjoyed doing when you were younger. And I loved making videos when I was younger. I remember my cousin and I, we used to make videos at my grandparents' house. They had a Mac, and so we would use iMovie and we would make videos. I remember we wrote like the script for a movie because in the newspaper they put an article about my family and they put my last name wrong. They gave us the same last name. So the premise of this story was that we were actually sisters and our family never told us, and this is like how we found out. Very interesting for our small little minds. Because think about it. I was probably like 8 or 9 when we came up with that, and we made like a little trailer for it and everything. So I used to love making videos, and my friends and I, we used to kind of do the same thing at sleepovers. I remember when iCarly came out, and one of my friends and I, we decided that we were gonna start a web show, which isn't technically YouTube, but it's kind of the same thing. And we were gonna call it Lasagna. Don't ask me why. Again, I was like in 3rd grade. But I've always loved the idea of being on camera and media and all of those things. The only reason that I kind of stopped that is because in 6th grade, remember when everyone was posting those videos of them rapping to super bass? Yeah, I posted one of those. I tried to find it and I can't find it anywhere. I don't know, I might have deleted it, honestly. I think it might have gone viral. I never looked at it because I remember getting mean comments and being so upset that I like never got back on YouTube, but I didn't delete the video. Because I think I kind of wanted to go back and look at it in the future and laugh at it. But at the time, I was like 12 years old. So I just left it up. I think I understood the concept of like haters or whatever, and that's why I left it up. And I didn't care about strangers on the internet saying anything to me. Like, I didn't want to see it, but I didn't really mind it. It wasn't until some guys that I went to school with found the video and basically were just like making fun of me and teasing me, and I was just so embarrassed that I never posted anything on YouTube ever again after that. Sometimes I think about it and like, what if that had never happened? What if the past decade I had been growing my YouTube channel this entire time? So I get kind of frustrated about that, but you know, it's all in divine timing. So there's a reason that happened. I guess we'll see in the future. I've always kind of loved the medium of video making, and especially since I'm kind of an introvert, I really like the idea of talking to a camera. It feels more social. You know, I'm alone a lot of the time, So I like being able to talk to a camera and feel as if I'm a part of a community, even if it's not huge yet. I'm very grateful for everyone who watches these videos. So if you liked this one, make sure that you hit the red subscribe button down below and the notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Hit the thumbs up if you liked this video. Leave a comment down below. You know, I'm always glad to hear whatever suggestions you may have for videos I should make. I have tons of video ideas, but I also want y'all to tell me like what you're interested in hearing about, especially when it comes to OnlyFans Friday. Like I said, Fridays are for you, Tuesdays are for me, and I really want to make sure y'all are receiving the information that you're wanting from those OnlyFans Friday videos. So make sure you leave that in the comments down below or shoot me a message. You can follow me on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram. I'll leave all of those links down below, and I'll see you in the next one.